How does being in LA help you with social media? Tell me. How does it help you with social media? I know plenty of people in LA that can't figure out social media.
That is true. I'll tell you why. When you live in a metropolitan city with a lot of people trying to achieve their dreams, there's an energy here. I can't quantify it like maybe you can. That when you're in a city full of dreamers, and I think who said this? I think Daniel Priestley said this. He goes, America's a very unique place. Or maybe it's Elon Musk. Elon Musk said this, I believe. It was Elon. He says, America's such a unique place that we believe in dreams, that there's plenty of venture capital, and our appetite for risk is really high. As you move away from the coasts and towards the center parts of the country, that appetite changes drastically. People become much more fear-based, limiting mindset, and those kinds of things. Here, I'm like, hey, I need 2 guys to help me crew. First of all, they know how to do it, and they're ready, and they're trying to build their dreams together, and it's a pretty awesome place. And if you need to cast a person to play a certain role, the abundance of the types of people that would show up for your casting call is tremendous. The infrastructure is here. Hollywood is the dream capital, right? The dream makers. This is the dream factory here. Disney's here. The studio execs are here, so if you want to pitch an idea and you want to make something, it's all here. There's a reason why people come here to do this.
So counter to that, one, we're talking about social media. All you need is a phone and yourself. Number 2, where's MrBeast? He's not in LA. He's in North Carolina. Number 3 is, yes, and it's interesting because I've seen this in London. Like, I don't know if you know the YouTuber Max Fosh. He's really big. And I was talking to him about his mindset versus like MrBeast, who he knows and things of that nature. And it is different. With that said, you have the internet at your disposal. Any limitation that you face, you have information you can garner for free. You can fix your mindset if you choose to fix your mindset. You can work through those things. I'm not saying it's easy, but like we all have challenges and obstacles that we have to overcome. But I just don't. I don't think you need to move to LA to be successful on social media. I don't think you need to be from United States to do it. I think that there's pros and cons to being anywhere in the world. Now, again, there's different levels to it. Like you're saying, people don't have clean water and internet connection and things of that nature. Obviously, that's going to hinder your ability. But I just don't want people to think that they have to live in a specific place, have to be from a specific background, have to have some type of fancy equipment or things to succeed. Because those are just limitations in your mindset that you can overcome.
Now, I want to be very clear for our watchers or our viewers. I want to be very clear for our audience here. You already know this, I am not one for the victim mindset, but I'm also trying to acknowledge reality. Casey Neistat, for example, used to make a lot of content. New York is another character in his story. And if you've been in New York, depending on where you are, there's no bad angles. It doesn't matter what street you're down. It looks beautiful. There's interesting things. There's characters, the UPS guy and the cop who wants to arrest him for riding a bicycle in a lane. He comes to LA, he makes content. It doesn't hit because LA is not that kind of character. It's a different character, and Casey's not used to that. He's not used to getting on his boosted board and just jamming everywhere and just running into folks and running around the city, and everything's a cool backdrop for him. And so I think the city becomes a character. So
it can, depending on the format that you're doing, but you don't have to do the Casey Neistat format.
That is true. Yeah. But there are advantages to some cities more than others. And I'm just trying to acknowledge reality. That's all. That if you want to make a film of any kind and you want resources, high or low, there are some places that are going to be a lot easier.
If you want to make a film, yes, but we're talking about social media content.
Well, do you think it's coincidental? A lot of these quote unquote big influencers are in Los Angeles, and they move here for a reason.
I would say that 90% of the biggest influencers are not in Los Angeles. You just probably know of them because you're in Los Angeles. And I'm not saying that there are not here, but there's so many massive influencers all around the world.
There are, but there's a large amount of them here.
But there's a large amount of them in the world.
Where's the next place? The concentration.
Well, I think it's concentration of people because there's more people and more likelihood of that person being like, because Simon Squibb, Daniel Priestley, we just mentioned, they're in London. Max Fosh is in London. There's people in New York. But again, you have MrBeast in North Carolina. It's like there's people all over the world. There's people in Dubai. There's people in Chicago. There's people in Mexico. There's people in Brazil. Like there's so many influencers that we don't even know because they speak different languages that we don't consume their content.
Yeah. Okay. The internet will weigh in on this one way or the other, regardless
Okay.
of what we think.